Hi, everyone. This is Module 9, Lesson 3, and we are going to talk a little bit more today about graphic features. Today's reading focus is on interpreting information, so we are going to really look at how the visual, oral, or quantitative information helps us to understand the text. And today we're focusing on the visual information, things like graphs and diagrams and animations. Our learning target today is I can interpret visual, oral, or quantitative information to help me understand a text. You'll probably remember that we've talked about how text features draw our attention to important words and details as we read. And these are things like italic type, bold words, capital letters, large text, colors, and punctuation. And then we also have graphic features. Graphic features are pictures and other images in a text that help to add to the meaning. There are a lot of graphic features in graphic novels. And these are things like illustrations, diagrams, maps, and speech bubbles. Authors use text features as a way to present important parts of a story in a different way. But graphic features are especially important in graphic novels. So let's start with text features. Different kinds of type can show emphasis or indicate the title of a page. Sometimes boldface shows emphasis or indicates a title. There's italic text, which leans a little bit to the right, and that means pay attention or read this part with a little bit more feeling. Large text might be more important than smaller text. Text that's in different colors maybe is meant to just add interest or be fun. Capital letters can show importance. They can also indicate a title or a heading. And headings name the topic of a section of text. Then we also have punctuation. These are things like ellipses, em dashes, and colons, and they can indicate that important text will follow. So now, like I said, graphic features are especially important in graphic novels. And when I say graphic features, I mean things that you can see visually. These are things like illustrations, diagrams, maps, and speech bubbles that help explain the ideas in the text. So here we have a little cartoon, and it's two people talking, and one's asking, what are graphic features? And the other one's saying, well, visuals help to tell us more. Graphic novels are written as a combination of text and illustrations that tell a story. So they actually combine text and graphic elements in a sequential way. That means they're in order. And the goal is to create a story in the reader's mind. The visuals in graphic novels give information about the story elements. So they help to give information about the character, plot, and setting. And that in turn helps you as a reader to better understand the text. So let's take a look at how graphic features help us understand this text. This is two pages from the story, 222 and page 224. I'm going to read it to you, so follow along with me. Here's Luz, and she says, ugh, am I totally out to lunch? What if my idea really is crazy? Maybe I can't turn a garbage dump into a garden. Everyone will say a farm park is a stupid idea. It even sounds silly. Mom would say I'm totally dreaming. So right away, we have some speech bubbles. And in this example, the speech bubbles provide narration for us because they show me that Luz is second guessing her plan. Now I'm going to keep reading. Luz says, but don't people see that things are changing and that we need to change too? And now at the top of the next page, there's a caption that says later this week. And that's it. Luz isn't talking, so I have to look at the picture and see what's going on. It looks like she's lying on a couch and she's eating something, and there's lots of garbage snack bags on the floor underneath her. So this is an illustration with a caption. And in this example, the caption here tells us that time has passed. It says later that week. And the illustration shows us that Luz has been home and not working in her garden. So it looks like she is feeling defeated and she decided that her idea was crazy. She's not working on it. And now I'm going to keep reading. She says, sigh. And then she's clicking the remote And then it looks like she's standing up from the couch and walking out the door. And as she walks out, she says, "Well, here goes nothing." This is another illustration along with speech bubbles. And this set of illustrations and speech bubbles tells us that Luz eventually gets bored at home. So she decides to go back to her plan and work on her projects. She says, "Well, here goes nothing," and she walks out the door. So that's how I know that she's going back out to finish working on her project. As you read today, you are going to make a list of 3 examples of graphic features that catch your eye and then explain how they help you to understand the text. You can use these bookmarks to remind you what each graphic feature does. So remember, we have speech bubbles. Those are words that the character speaks out loud. Thought bubbles are words for the reader to see. So the characters aren't saying these words out loud, but they're thinking them silently. There are narrator boxes or captions, like in the previous example where it said later that week. And those are something that is necessary for you, the reader, to understand, but not for the character to know. Things like word art are shown with words in a comic. So for example, if it said clap, ring, etc. Sometimes the layout in graphic novels is done in boxes. So on the previous page, in the part where Luz got bored on her couch and decided to go back out, the layout of the boxes can help you understand what happened first, next, and last. There are detailed illustrations. So those are strong illustrations that help the reader feel the emotions of the characters in the story. So for example, when Luz had all of those snack garbages on the ground, you could see that she had been on that couch for a while eating snacks. That is all for graphic features. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.